become nothing. If you hang around something that is, promoting good judgment, then you produce the same characteristics. This is why Prophet Muhammad, when he realized the Holy Land was corrupt, he took his followers and went on a sojourn out of that area. Why did he do it? Because a new environment can give birth to a new mindset. This is what my brother's talking about. You can't be talking about you for your people and you ain't going to be willing to dish out for your people. We are broke because of ourselves. And if you heard waste management yesterday, my wife gave you the damn statuses on the money that we spend on just cable TV alone, which ranged in the billions. Okay, we're talking about, brothers and sisters, a ratio off of us just paying for cable. As me and my brother told you before, you don't even be home to watch every damn day. Okay? So, brothers and sisters, we got to help one another in the community, as my brother is saying, as a people. Some might not want to hear that, and that's exactly why you down, but you ready to go rob the hell out of somebody or trick the hell out of somebody, call these young brothers and sisters out here wild and ratchet, but you ain't producing no characteristics to show them a better way. You ain't speaking the language of angels, the tongue of angels, that are, inspire them to want to do something with themselves. But once again, we have to understand this engineering. You see why we can't obsolete the one responsible for our condition? You cannot. You have to know it, because that is what's going to set you free. Okay, brothers and sisters, we need to, come up with more activities. My black brothers and sisters who do have, a nice piece of money or whatever, y'all do need to step up. We don't ask you for no money on here. Because had we done it and you had been producing those type of numbers for us, you will see results. We'll be doing stuff in the community for the people, even if it's just a small barbecue, just, doing a live show some damn well. To show our people how to unite and how to have a good time. You know what I just said? You're a product of where you are, or, you are who you hang around. Ain't that right? So if you're in a producing environment where everyone is talking good things and everyone is happy and everyone is on one accord, you don't have to worry about no drive-bys. You don't have to worry about nobody backbiting. You see why Allah said to stay amongst the believers? Because the believers will understand when you speak in this type of language. They ain't gonna be looking like, I don't believe that. That's exactly why you are a substitute. Okay? In your nature. Because you was taught rebellion against yourself and humanity. Alright? We told you this yesterday. They made us waste. This is why our kids, our younger brothers and sisters out here killing one another. Because they're coming from an offspring of waste management. Okay? You got drug dealers who know damn well they don't mean no good by these sisters and you steady blowing them up. You are producing demons. Okay? And it's time you understand it. My sisters who think you are high maintenance, but you have become a Marilyn Monroe house sister. Okay? No disrespect. You must know it. You have to hear it for what it is. Because this is what's going to wake you up. I'm tired of hearing people say, oh, Brother Ali, it's just the way you say it. You want pussyfooting teaching. I ain't going to give it to you. And I damn sure know how to speak to the people in the best manner that is pleasing to Allah. Okay? Minister said, A pussycat can't wake no lion. All right? Brothers and sisters, so don't think Brother Ali just coming off harsh or too aggressive or powerful or whatever you want to title it. No. Brother Ali understands exactly what the minister is saying. You ain't going to wake this younger generation with no foolish talking. You ain't going to wake this generation, this young generation, with no attributes of truth that they can see, because they only have been trained to believe in what they see. So you have to produce the characteristic, okay, that allows them to see it, so that when you do open your mouth, they'll want to hear it, okay? Brothers and sisters, I don't want to take off the flow, Brother Arthur, if you just have some more stuff you want to add.
I mean, you basically hitting the, you know what I'm saying, the nail on the head anyway. But I mean, it's you know.
I'm sorry, brother. So I like to, you know, just like I told my brother, man, I like to thank Allah for coming in the person of Master Farad Muhammad. Okay. To whom praises are due forever. And I thank him for raising up the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, man. Y'all can't understand, man. And I know this man's name. You might be like, who the hell is that? He is the Jesus of this time, brothers and sisters. And he is a black man. Oh, if you in rebellion against wanting to believe that, but you sit your butt here and been worshiping a white-faced Jesus for the longest and been comfortable with it. Why are you rejecting the one who God sent to you to wake you from your mentally dead state? It ain't no damn when you're dead in your grave. All right? The resurrection is your mindset to the reality of the scripture, so you can understand what Jesus meant about the damn truth will set you free, okay? It ain't no just you believing in God. All right? You have to know what lie was told to you. Our damn young generation need to know the lie that was told to their grandma and mama. And mama and them supposed to be teaching it to them. But the problem is, mama in the club today. Ain't that right? Grandma probably 30. Ain't that right? 29. Huh? Ain't that going on today? Because they ain't properly educated. And excuse me, brothers and sisters, I have my daughters, and I'm out and about, my family. But suffice that to say, this is what's causing our, you know, communities to not be, you know, on the level that they should be on, brothers and sisters. Because we are not talking to our kids the way we should. And that's why you hear our kids in the background. Because they need to know this language. So it don't seem strange to them and they become a savage in their way of life. Cuss an old person outright, okay? Because you want to talk the wisdom of the grandma perspective that you should look at it as. Today, grandma joking around with you, kicking the bobo. So you don't take grandma, mama, or daddy serious today. Ain't that right? That's why you go to cussing them out. Okay? You got younger little children who will cuss their parents outright. All right?
And let me. Well, I'm gonna say something too, and it's the fact of sometimes I see that there are women who have small children, and they keep the child away from the fathers,
Right.
when they shouldn't be doing that. And I understand the fact that maybe you feel like that parent is not the best parent for that child, but sometimes you still have to allow a child to go around that and make their own judgment sometimes. And then you don't know what that parent may teach them, like, look, this is what I had to go through. this is what I experienced in my life, and I made a lot of mistakes, and I don't want you to make those same mistakes. But you'll send your child to a church or to be mentored by a whole bunch of other people whom you don't know anything about, and they're probably doing the same exact thing that you're trying to keep your child away from, or around their off time. You know what I mean? So, and your child may see that same person doing those same things, and you saying, "Well, you say my daddy do this, that, and the other," and I see, Mr. So and So or Mrs. So and So doing these same things. So you have to be able to allow the child to get an understanding of the parent on their own. You can't make a judgment of how that parent is going to love that child or protect that child from what they know. Because that parent may know how they are, as a person. Right. Maybe he is, the person that be doing a whole bunch of wrong or whatever, but he can teach that child, look, these are my mistakes. And I'm going to protect you and show you that this is what you should not be doing because look at the way I'm living. At the end of the day, like it may look like I have something because I have a car and this, that, and the other, but at the same time, mentally, like I'm dead inside. So I don't have anybody. I can't trust nobody. You know what I'm saying? I don't know who to really be around. Right. Because you've done so many different things in your life, and you almost don't even have family. You're on your own. Yeah, and then you end up giving that child that same thing because you keep the child away from the father. You sending them out to be raised up by other men, in a sense, because you're giving them other mentors other than the father or the mother, however the situation may be going. Because you have to be mentored, and you have to know where you come from, basically. Right. To get an understanding of maybe what you should or should not be doing. Maybe if I'm around my father and I see he's doing these type of things and then he's telling me all the time not to do it, and and he's really pushing me in another direction as a small child, then I'll have an understanding. But if I wait as a parent till that child's 16 or 17 or 18 years old, then I want to send him out with his father after he been out here, I've been, letting him do whatever he want to do. How is a 18-year-old, he's a young man at that time, 15, 16, and 17. He's not going to want to listen to nobody, his father or nothing. Exactly. Because the streets raised him at this point. So how are you going to be able to tell him anything at that time? Right. So that's why I say we have to let these fathers start with these children when they're very young. Exactly. This is what's really going on, man, and we expect so much, and then we allow these kids, and then we don't teach them anything. They don't know how to change a tire. Even change the oil in there. If they get a car or whatever the case is, or even fix something around the house, they don't know how to do it. Right. Because you keeping them away from that man, and then you be like, oh, he don't know how to do nothing, child. You talking about him? He don't know how to do anything. How is he supposed to know if he's sitting around a bunch of women? And they're doing things that women do. So when he's in the house doing stuff that women do, or gossiping and talking like some women do, then you expect him to be different. He's not gonna be like that because you got him watching Atlanta Housewives. You got him watching certain stuff on television that he shouldn't be watching. And then when he has feminine characteristics, you talking bad and talking down on him. But whose fault is that?
Exactly. This is what I said. This is what my wife was mentioning to the sisters yesterday. Go back and listen to it. Waste Management Part 2. The statistic. She gave a hell of an exegesis to the sisters. Sister, you have to understand you are the mother of civilization. So the children's behavior are on you. I'm sorry. That is tough. You might think that we're being feminist right now. We are not. We're telling you the attribute of how the man and the girl or the baby girl's mind is developed. It starts from the mother. Everything that you consume during your pregnancy results in attributes in your child's characteristics. My black queen sisters who might be present. And you have to understand this wisdom so that you can give birth to a God, which is what God intended for you to do from the beginning, but you have